Coming up, flooded streets like this all around the FM Metro. The areas hit the hardest and the latest on the forecast. People wearing purple buttons are asking the state of Minnesota to invest billions of dollars into child care. And how area stores are reporting shortages when it comes to baby formula. Hello and welcome to the Nightly Review. I'm Tom Tucker. We begin with a look at tonight's headlines, then a closer look, with calls tonight for volunteers to step forward to help with suicide prevention, as new data from the CDC points to an alarming picture when it comes to suicidal teens. And in my one-on-one conversation, my guest is a city official from West Fargo who says the city's sewer system is overwhelmed, thanks in part to the steady spring rains. He'll talk about what homeowners must do to help alleviate the strain. But first, tonight, major flooding hit much of the valley Monday morning, thanks in part to steady rain overnight and into the morning hours. This was the scene along 20th Avenue South in Fargo. Several cars were left stranded in floodwaters along 32nd Avenue South, as well as 21st Avenue South. Flooding also reported at locations in Moorhead, including I-94 and 30th Avenue South near Village Green Park. Pro-abortion protests continue across the nation and here in North Dakota. On Mother's Day, more than 50 activists gathered outside Fargo City Hall in protest of the Supreme Court's draft decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Protesters stayed for hours holding signs, chanting their displeasure with a recent leak detailing the High Court's plan to reverse the nation's standing abortion law. Well, work is moving forward on a new apartment complex in Moorhead to make way for the four-story complex. The long vacant Days Inn and former Courtney's Comedy Club are being torn down at 600 30th Avenue North. The complex will feature 204 multi-family units. Work is expected to be finished by December of 2023. West Fargo public work crews began sealing cracks today in roadways. The work should be complete by the end of June. Crews will complete work according to the maintenance zone schedule and, of course, according to weather conditions. During the maintenance zone day of the week, residents can't park on the street from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. Crews will first remove excess debris from cracks and then fill those cracks with an asphalt sealant. The West Fargo police officer, who will serve as the handler with the department's newest canine officer, says he's looking forward to the partnership.
He's a great dog. He's a big dog. He's 85 pounds. He's very energetic, enthusiastic. He's got great sociability skills. I mean, he's very friendly. I can bring him in. Anybody can pet him.
Officer Matthew Oldham recently completed a rigorous training program with Thor, a German Shepherd Belgian Malinois mix. They'll be hitting the streets in West Fargo, with Thor specifically trained in several areas, including narcotics, patrol work, and trekking. Thor is now the third canine officer at work for the department. A 53-year-old man is in custody after police say he crashed his car into a building in Detroit Lakes, injuring an elderly couple. It happened Saturday at Lakes Inn on West Lake Drive. The crash caused a natural gas leak and left the couple trapped in bed. Police say 53-year-old Wade Olds drove away from the scene after the crash, but was later arrested. He faces charges including driving under the influence. Federal authorities are looking into the connection between North Dakota's longest-serving state senator and a man charged with child pornography. Homeland Security and Grand Forks detectives searched the home of Senator Ray Holmberg back in November. The search was initiated after agents discovered text messages that Holmberg exchanged with a man who was in jail on child pornography and child sex abuse charges. Agents reportedly removed several items from Holmberg's Grand Forks condominium. Shows of support in Moorhead and at other locations in Minnesota today for child care providers. The gatherings were part of the national observance called A Day Without Child Care. Participants are wearing purple buttons, pointing out that without child care, parents would not be able to be at their jobs. Minnesota participants are calling for the state's $9.2 billion budget surplus to be invested into child care. A number of stores here in North Dakota and around the region are reporting a shortage of baby formula. In fact, 40% of stores say they're out of stock. Major retailers, including CVS, Walgreens, and Target, who do have formula in stock, they're now placing limits on how much can be purchased per visit. Inflation and supply chain issues are cited as contributing factors. And the Minnesota Department of Health is investigating cases of possible unexplained hepatitis in children. The CDC says there are 109 suspected cases in 25 states, with 5 children dying as a result. In Minnesota, epidemiologists are looking into cases in 3 children under the age of 3. The children have liver inflammation and could be part of the unexplained cases happening around the country. In a closer look tonight, the area director for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is talking about the warning signs for someone contemplating suicide. The reminder comes after the CDC released alarming new data, which shows the number of teenage girls who have been suicidal has increased 50% nationwide since 2019.
There's also changes in behavior. Maybe they're using more alcohol or drugs than they normally would. Maybe they're withdrawing from activities that they would normally really love and enjoy. Maybe they're giving away prized possessions or, a related behavior, reckless spending. Or what if there's changes in, their mood? Maybe they're really anxious, maybe loss of interest.
Samantha Christofferson is the area director for North and South Dakota for AFSP. She appeared on WDAY's Bonnie and Friends this morning to talk about the work that her nonprofit organization does to educate people about suicide and to create awareness about programs aimed at helping people help others in crisis. In fact, they're looking for volunteers to participate in training programs.
At AFSP, we do a lot of different work. One of the great things about AFSP is we are a voluntary health organization. Whatever your background is, as long as you're passionate about suicide prevention and community, we need you at AFSP. So I am a staff member, but I'm the only staff member and I cover multiple states. So at AFSP, we empower volunteers to make a difference.
Christofferson says one of the more popular and effective suicide prevention programs her agency offers right now is called Talk Saves Lives, and that training is free. To learn more about the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and their programs, check out their website at afsp.org/North Dakota. Thanks for choosing the Nightly Review to stay on top of all that is happening in the FM Metro and surrounding areas. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit subscribe and the bell below to make sure you're always up to date. Well, there's one question tonight when it comes to our weather. When will we see the sun again? Meteorologist Justin Storm has answers from the Skywatch Weather Center.
Thanks, Tom. As we head throughout this evening into tonight, we'll gradually see the skies going partly cloudy. There will be a slight chance for an isolated shower or two with a southwest wind becoming 10 to 25 miles per hour. Temperatures dip into the mid and upper 40s across the area tonight, and we rebound in the upper 60s to lower 70s for your Tuesday. Skies will go mostly sunny with a west wind around 10 to 20 miles per hour. And as we head into Wednesday, clouds roll back in, highs peak near 70 degrees with a likely chance for some more scattered showers and some thunderstorms developing late in the day, but mostly just to the south of the FM Metro.
It could happen to you or someone you love. One moment, one diagnosis can change everything. Thankfully, there's a program that helps caring people uplift families through a crisis. Lend a Hand Up, raising financial help and hope through community benefits and online campaigns. A program that boosts generosity so gifts go further. Lend a Hand Up helps you help your neighbors. Learn more and give at lendahandup.org.
Welcome back to the Nightly Review. The topic for tonight's one-on-one conversation is the sewer system in the city of West Fargo, which city officials say is overwhelmed, thanks in part to the heavy rainfall over the past 24 hours. City Operations Manager Brian Matzke says homeowners need to make sure their sump pumps are now switched to outside discharge, which under city regulation is supposed to happen by April 15th. I first asked Matzke to describe the volume of water currently running through the city's system.
So on average, we're pumping out of our actual lift station about 2.5 million gallons a day, and today we're on target to be about 11.5. Yesterday we're 11.1 million. So we're getting a lot of influx of water coming in from some pump systems and a little bit of I&I in the system too.
So describe the type of strain that much water is putting on the system and the system's ability to handle that kind of load.
Yeah, so currently we can handle what we have as long as all of our pumps actually stay running. But if we have any problems in any lift station with, just the added run times and the extra strain on our system, one goes down, it could be, catastrophic for certain neighborhoods if it takes a while to get some bypass equipment over there and stuff like that. So we're just trying to get everyone to watch what they're pumping into the system and give us some time for our system to catch back up as this rain goes away, and we'll be back to normal.
How does the situation as it exists right now compare to what you've seen in years past in terms of strain on the sewer system?
It seems like we had a lot of newer developments come in, and a lot of these newer homes all have the bypass sump pump systems in them. So it's just, having people get familiar with how their bypass system works in their basement and when to turn it on, when to turn it off. I know we put it in early, April 15th, and a lot of times there's snow on the ground, but you just got to pay attention to, as your pipe froze going out to the street, you might have to elevate your pipes so that it pumps out in your yard for a few weeks just to keep that from freezing, and just monitor a few things like that.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most serious or dire situation for the sewer system, where are we right now?
We're probably up at an 8 right now. I mean, our system is at capacity. It's, it's maintained, and it's made to run at that high capacity, but one little things goes wrong anywhere, it would be catastrophic to a certain area.
I'd like to thank West Fargo Operations Manager Brian Maskey for joining me for tonight's one-on-one conversation. He says this is the first year of the city's sump pump variance program and says so far no citations have been issued for homeowners who failed to have their sump pumps switched to outside discharge by April 15th. Well, that will do it for this Monday night, May 9th, 2022. I'm Tom Tucker. Thanks for watching the Nightly Review.